Hello, this is the drunk reading experiment. I'm not that drunk. Today I am reading the Cracked D textbook. That doesn't show up backwards. For the sake of the drunk experiment, I'm just going to flip it open. Oh, that doesn't work. Lee, how are we going to make this drunk experiment work? I want to flip to a random page. Should I just drop the book?
Or just close your eyes and flip through pages.
Yeah, that's what happens every time I do that. You pick a random page. I'll put. All right, Chapter 8, Practical Psychology. I'm going to read. Yes. I'm going to read a page. Your brain's misleading user's manual. Silly urban legends that should never have made the cut. Crucial information that should have left out. Oh, this is awful. Your teachers are so busy cramming your brain full of bullshit that they never get around to teaching you how to use the damn thing. Sort of a wasted opportunity since your brain is probably the most amazing machine humanity knows about. That's not us blowing smoke up your ass. Just because your brain is capable of amazing stuff doesn't mean you're going to know how to use it. It's also complicated, constantly malfunctioning, optimized for a world that no longer exists, and from a usability perspective, so non-intuitive that it's almost like it was designed to trick you. Bzz. And they just sort of kicked you out of the real world without a handful of memorable lies that get endlessly repeated by morning zoo DJs and whoever makes up the information in email forwards. Did you get all that? Would you like to see it again? Alright then, moving on. How the brain is organized. The myth. Your personality is determined by your left or right brain-deadness.
Brain deadness?
Brain-deadness. Brain deadness, yes.
Brain deadness.
You're...
Luminosity.
Shut up, Lee. You've likely grown up hearing that people who are left-handed tend to be more creative. Why? Because being left-handed... Why? Because being left-handed means that the right side of your brain is predominantly in charge. It controls the left side of your body. And the right side is the creative side of the brain that handles things like writing hit songs and convincing people that paint haphazardly splattered on a canvas is art. Meanwhile, the left side of your brain is the logic side, which is responsible for all the boring stuff like making dinner reservations and reminding you that unprotected sex with a prostitute is a bad idea. The truth. Neither side of your brain is in sole control of logic or creativity. The brain does indeed have specialized structures that handle certain functions, but they don't all huddle together on separate sides like the rich kids and poor kids in a high school cafeteria. For example, while grammar and word production happen on the left side of the brain, intonation and emphasis happen on the right, so good luck forming a meaningful sentence without using both sides of your brain. In fact, when functions on one side of the brain are damaged, oftentimes those functions will be the other side. We're assuming that this is the reason Gary Busey can still speak. Let me try that again. We're assuming this is the reason Gary Busey can still speak. The myth. You only use 10% of your brain. Man, just imagine all the cool things you could do if you just tap into the 90% of your brain that humans are too lazy to use. The possibilities are limitless. You could probably set stuff on fire just by getting angry at it. But alas, you can find that using the meager 10% of being forever held down by your brain's built-in laziness. For this, you're supposed to protect it with the helmet? Whatever. The truth. Using all of your brain and your elbow. Using all of your brain in one task would be a disaster. It's true that you only use a small percentage of your brain at a time. The various parts of your brain have specialized functions. It might be using the 10% dedicated to reading and processing muscular prose at this moment, but if you stood up and stared at an interpretive dance, the reading part would go dim and another creepier part would light up. There's even a special part of the brain that apparently keeps you from turning into a dick. Trying to think with 100% of your brain at once would be like trying to type with 100% of your fingers at once. That's how much sense the inside of your brain would make if you used it all at the same time. So how did we come to believe this nonsense in the first place? At some point, neurologists figured out that a human can survive when parts of the brain are removed. Rather than using this to herald the miraculously adaptable living computer we've all got hiding behind our eyes, your teachers and parents chose to use this as an excuse to make you feel worse about yourself. Fuck you. People. This has been Drunk Reading. I don't know what to do.